23 years ago, on October 28, 2000, what started as a good time turned into a tragedy at a Halloween party when an up-and-coming actor was mistakenly killed by an uninvited guest. I'm gonna take a deep dive into the case of Anthony Dwayne Lee, and I will discuss the circumstances leading up to their passing, as well as the aftermath of their demise. Anthony Dwayne Lee was born on July 17, 1961. He was born into a middle-class family and raised in Sacramento, California, where he attended Valley High School. As a teen, he got with the Crips gang and sold drugs. During a fight at age 20, he was stabbed in the back, after which he turned to acting to escape the gang life. He began his career in the 80s, appearing in many stage productions and in guest roles on TV and movies. He was raised in the Baptist faith, but in 1986, he became a Buddhist. In 1988, he moved to Seattle, King County, and on August 8, 1988, he got married, but later divorced in 1996. In 1989, he made his film debut in a bit part in the short film At a Loose End, and in 1996, he guest starred on TV shows like Dr. Quinn, Medicine Woman, and NYPD Blue. In 1997, he appeared in the comedy film Liar Liar, starring Jim Carrey.
I can't do it.
Fred, it's your duty to present the strongest case possible.
The strongest case possible, consistent with the truth.
Well, you let the judge decide what's true. That's what he gets paid for. You get paid to win.
If you insist that I take it to trial, I will represent Mrs. Cole aggressively and ethically. But Miranda, I won't lie.
His last on-screen appearance was on Season 7 ER episode Rescue Me, where he portrayed a drug-addicted homeless man. His last on-screen appearance was due to his untimely passing. You see, on October 27, 2000, 39-year-old Lee, dressed as the devil and attended a Halloween costume party at a friend's mansion known as The Castle, a 3-story mansion in the Benedict Canyon section of Beverly Crest, Los Angeles. The crowded party was attended by many costume guests, many of them actors and other entertainment industry professionals. Partygoers were enjoying their time, as opposed to the neighbors who did not want to put up with it any longer. And so, Officer Terrell Hopper, a black cop who was a 3-year veteran of the LAPD, as well as his partner, Natalie Humphreys, responded on October 28, 2000, shortly after midnight, to noise complaints at the mansion. In an effort to locate the party hosts, the cops walked through the home and out onto a back walkway. Outside, Hopper saw a man through the glass doors of a dimly lit bedroom and shined his flashlight toward the bedroom and saw what he said he believed to be a drug deal. Lee was with 2 other partygoers inside the room when he pulled out what appeared to Hopper to be a semi-automatic handgun and pointed it at the cop. Standing about 6 feet away from Lee, Hopper pulled out his own handgun from his belt and shot at Lee 9 times, hitting Lee once in the back of the head and 3 times in the back, killing the actor. Cops later determined that Lee's gun was a movie prop gun of a blue steel .357 Magnum semi-automatic pistol. According to friends of Lee, they were not even aware of police presence. They told reporters that some guests at the party were dressed up as police, and that the real police never identified themselves as such before shooting. One partygoer named Robert Hull told the Times it was a shock that an officer would shoot at such a party. This was an exclusive party with security. Some of these people are making six figures, and this officer saw a toy gun at a Halloween costume party and opened fire. However, according to Officer Charlotte, a police spokeswoman, Police Officer Hopper had no way of knowing the gun was fake, even though people were in costume. If you feel your life is threatened, you react in the way you were trained. According to the medical examiner, Lee had alcohol and cocaine in his body. But remember, it is a Hollywood party, so it is expected that partygoers like Lee would consume drugs and alcohol. On October 2001, a year after the tragedy, an LAPD internal review board determined that the shooting was validated because the cop believed the replica gun was real, and so the review board decided that Hopper should not be disciplined for the shooting, but should undergo additional training. A year later, in April 2002, the Los Angeles County District Attorney's Office decided not to prosecute Hopper for the fatal shooting, and that they believed that Hopper acted in self-defense. According to Deputy District Attorney Michael Kenneth Peterson, given the rapidly evolving manner in which this entire incident occurred, coupled with the immediate danger that he perceived, we are convinced that Officer Hopper was justifiably in fear for his life at the time he shot Anthony Lee. Peterson said in an interview that Hopper reacted the only way he could because he believed the gun was real. The cop was forced to make a split-second decision to draw and fire his weapon, and to ask him to wait any longer could have put his life and the life of others in the direct vicinity in peril. But Lee's sister, Tina, who was a civilian administrator with the Sacramento Police Department, disagreed, saying that the cop was overly aggressive. She said, even if he thought it was a real gun, there are hundreds of cases of officers who are confronted with people with real guns who don't kill them. As well, Tina's attorney argued that Hopper could not have been acting in self-defense since Lee was shot in the back. During the district attorney's investigation, Peterson reviewed LAPD investigation reports and pictures, listened to audio tapes of witnesses, and watched a video reenactment. He also consulted with a professor who has studied officer-involved shootings, explaining why Lee was hit in the back. Peterson said that the actor was probably hit as he was turning to the left and ducking down. As well, according to one of the key witnesses, a partygoer named Eric Schuberg gave detectives a nearly identical account, saying he saw Lee pull out what appeared to be a gun and point it in the direction of the glass doors. Schuberg said he believed the gun was real and that he felt threatened by it. Another partygoer named William Frey told detectives he saw Lee pull the gun from his waistband and begin to raise it, but he said Lee never pointed the weapon directly at the cop. Tina had filed a $100 million wrongful death lawsuit against Hopper, his partner, the LAPD, and the city. The case was settled for $225,000 since the security guards at the party couldn't be located. The two men that Lee was with when he was killed had also sued the LAPD as well for PTSD, but nothing came out from it. Lee was cremated, and Hopper no longer worked as a cop and moved on in an administrative position in the department. What's sad about this case is that one of Lee's friends made a statement about Lee's passing to the Los Angeles Times saying, "He's a black man who died in a white neighborhood. His biggest fear was getting killed by cops because he's a tall black man. And his fear, sadly, came true." That is all for now on this case. Let me know your thoughts on it. Please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video if you want. Your support is greatly appreciated. And I will see you next time on Melanin Mysteries.